So we're going to kind of show you how we do a little bit of lunging. A lot of people lunge their horses just to kind of get the fresh off of them, or do a little bit of groundwork, teach them to go around. And you can teach a lot to a horse by using stuff on the ground. It's all going to relate to what you do in the saddle, whether they turn their head left or right or move their hindquarters over. So we're going to do a little bit of that. And most people are familiar with lunging, or they've seen it done before. Some of the problems we see that occur is the horse kind of pulls the person around the arena, especially if they get scared or they get fresh and they think they can kind of just take off, and they'll pull the person that's lunging around the arena or round pen or whatever. And so that's not something we want to really encourage. So we kind of set the situation up so that maybe they can't do that. Well, most people aren't strong enough to hold a horse. So one thing that we do, we've got a little tie there that's pretty high up in the air. Kind of lets them, so they're, get my flag here. They're not going to hurt themselves if they go to pull on it. And then what I can do now is I can kind of lunge him around there a little bit. I'm just going to lift this up and let him go underneath it. What this does is if he went like that and he went to pull on you right there, so he kind of thought, rather instead of going forward, he'd just pull back, which was a normal reaction, but not the reaction I want. So I fixed it up so that it didn't work. What he normally would have done, and what normally would have worked, because he would have dragged me across the arena, didn't, because I set it up so that, and he's probably not going to try to pull away from you on this side of the pen, because he'd have to get through the timber first, and that we don't have that happen very often. So if you set it up against a wall, or you can use you'll see some guys use a pole in the middle of the arena. They'll have some sort of something they tie him to and lunge him around that. This is a little similar situation, except a lot of people don't want to put a pole in the middle of their round pen because it gets in the way. So we just use the side of the round pen right there. He says, I'm going to pull. I said, not going to work. He said, oh. I said, that'll work. When I put a little pressure back here, you need to come forward. There. Go around. Pretty soon he kind of figures out that he can't pull away from you. It just allows you to teach something to the horse without making a lot of mistakes. So that's kind of one of our top secret little things we do. Kind of helps the horse get a little bit used to lunging around you, and you can back it up a little bit and not have to worry about getting pulled on, or not have to worry about the horse learning something he shouldn't.